here with Liz Harder and Brianna Buchanan, who are part of the they make up the husbandry team. Sorry, that's hard to say. Husbandry team at the Aquatarium in Brockville, Ontario. And I feel like my whole life has led to this moment. I get to hang out with Justin Beaver, who is walking around behind me at the moment. I am so excited. Oh, hey, buddy. So can you guys tell me a little bit about what goes into caring for Justin?
So Justin is a rodent. He's he's the second largest rodent in the world. And so he eats vegetables. That's his entire diet is veggies. So he gets a variety of fresh veggies every day, along with some supplements for his diet. And wood. Lots of wood. Yeah. So we are constantly finding ways to supply him with fresh branches, logs that he can chew on, because a beaver is going to need wood. They are constantly eating the bark off of the wood as part of their diet, but they're also using chewing on the wood, gnawing on the wood as a way to wear down their teeth. Rodents' teeth grow their entire lives. So as part of keeping him healthy, we have to supply him with a good supply of hardwood that he can chew on and wear down those teeth. And we try to make sure that that's not part of the exhibit, so that he doesn't destroy his habitat.
Right.
In the process of keeping those teeth nice and healthy.
He looks so soft. I always thought that beavers had like coarse hair or something. I don't know why I thought that, but he's very silky looking.
He has, yeah. So they have two layers of hair. The outer layer is coarser and is a little bit more oily, and that helps to let the water bead up off of it. And then he's got a really thick undercoat, which helps keep him warm when he's in the water. So that thick undercoat is gonna trap air, and it's gonna keep the water from getting to his skin, so that they can spend long periods of time in the water and not get cold. So when he comes out of the water, that water will just kind of bead right off of him, and within a few minutes he'll be dry and fluffy looking.
Oh, he's so cute. The cutest rodent I've ever seen, I have to say.
He is adorable.
Yeah,
he is absolutely
so friendly
adorable.
too.
He is a wonderful ambassador for his species. They are so smart. They're an extremely intelligent species, and we're very lucky to have Justin in our collection.
Buddy. And he makes the kids so happy too, eh?
He is a ham. He loves the attention. He loves to interact with our guests through the window. You can see he interacts well with the staff. He comes from from not the best beginnings in life.
Yeah.
But that has given us the opportunity to really showcase what an amazing animal the North American beaver is.
Can I touch him?
Sure.
Is that possible?
Sure. Can give him a little scratch on the head.
How do I pat him? So the little scratch on the noggin. He's really good.
Yeah.
I can be fun too.
Oh my goodness.
So I was telling Jen Carter that what's her official job title here?
She's Director of Operations.
Director of Operations at the Aquatarium. I was telling her that I grew up in the north in Sudbury, and we had Beaver at Sudbury Science Center, and I used to see it every single time I went. There was always a highlight for me whenever we had a class trip, and every year was always Science North, right? Because where else are you going to bring a classroom of kids? But going there and seeing their beaver display every year was always a highlight for me. I always loved them, and I never thought I would ever actually get that. They are so cute.
They're wonderful. He's a wonderful animal. He and beavers are very social animals, and in the wild they live in family groups.
Yeah.
With a couple generations of parents, and then a couple generations of offspring. And so we are his social group.
Yeah.
So he is he's very social with us. He gives hugs. He will climb up in your lap when we're sitting in there working with him, doing his training. He'll climb up in our lap. And part of his training is working with him in ways that we can We can touch his feet, we can touch his tail, we can rub his belly. And these are all ways that we can make sure that we're able to give him the best care that we can in case he needs to see the vet or he gets injured. And that way we know that we can examine him, but also that he trusts us to do those examinations.
To take care of him.
Yep.
Yeah. His feet are so cool.
They have their back feet are so fascinating. Their front feet, we call them like little grabby hands because he'll just grab little pieces of food off of the windowsill in his habitat.
Oh my goodness, it's all like how buddy. That's bad. Yeah.
But he likes to spend his time in the habitat, moving his logs around. He builds himself little dams. He will take all the sticks and move it to one side of the gate. And then we'll put them back in, and then he'll move them back out. So he is a busy guy. He spends his days chewing on the branches in there and moving stuff around, just like a beaver would in the wild.
Yeah, that's amazing. He hasn't lost any of those instincts, eh? He's
still there are some instincts that will never go away.
Yeah.
He would not be able to be returned to the wild based on how his life began, which is a wonderful thing for us because we get to work with him and we get to introduce him to all of our guests that come into the building.
And what an opportunity for the kids to learn too, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's so nice. He's is that the size? Is that usually how big beavers are?
He's actually a little small for a beaver his age. He's about 5 years old and he's a little bit small. He's about 15.5 kilograms right now. But beavers can get quite large, and they're not an animal that you would want to approach in the wild.
Oh no, yeah, no.
They are extremely strong.
Yeah.
They will defend their families and they will defend their territory. And they can put some hurt on you with that tail.
Absolutely.
The tail is extremely strong. So you'd never want to approach one in the wild, and most likely if they would see you and they would go running anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's best to leave them in their habitat where they belong.
Yeah. Well, he is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And my kids love Justin Beaver. And actually, when you guys do your stick drives where you want kids to...
Yes.
My son is very good at collecting sticks for Justin. And then he goes and then he buys them. He buys them after they've been chewed.
Well, you got to have a Justin original.
We have many. Those and the polished stones are my son's favorite things to buy from the gift shop. But
Justin is great at making his beaver sticks. That we will always have enough of those for your son to get more.
Yeah, it's nice that the community gets to help contribute to his collection of sticks.
We are trying to make it an annual event so that we can, so that the public can feel like they're contributing, and he gets a whole variety of wonderful sticks to chew on. He got some aspen today, and so he was an excited guy this morning. He got some new sticks today.
You were just a squeeze. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You are just a happy little dude. I love how he just walks around the aquatarium like he runs the joint.
He does. He is our resident rock star. He knows it.
Yeah.
And he owns the place.
He really does, eh? He's very comfortable here.
He is. And that is, it's been a long road. He's been in the facility for a little over 3 years.
Yeah.
And, it's been the work of the animal husbandry team to make him feel comfortable and work with him on a daily basis to get him to where he is today.
It's amazing. You guys are doing a great job.
Thank you.
Really great job. I would like to thank you very much for this opportunity.
You're very welcome.
And, I think that the Aquatarium is doing a very wonderful thing taking care of these animals. So thank you for coming and thank you for sharing.
It's a labor of love for us.